Hello and welcome to the Raining Goblins Challenge. In my opinion, this is one of the easiest challenges you can possibly do in this game. Right now you're going to start out, do Raining Goblins, Nightmare, Hardcore. When I did this, I actually dropped one of my chess pieces on accident, and I did this whole thing without the set bonus, which is like 25 or 30%, and also without the stats for my chess piece. So, seeing that I did that, again, it really doesn't require a lot of stats. Now, it does require a little bit of paying attention. There's some challenges you can do without really paying attention, but this one does. It requires a little bit of effort, not too much. Again, this is probably one of the easiest challenges. Now, I'm doing this on a squire. This one, I do prefer you doing it on a squire instead of an apprentice, because these bouncing blockades is pretty much the whole thing that I'm doing with this technique. So you're going to start out by placing it at those corners, up at the top location, and then at the back location you want to place it closer to this wall, as close as you possibly can get. And then you can go up, make sure you get all the treasure chests. It'll give you extra mana, and each treasure chest is another bouncing blockade. Now these next two places that you put them, you don't actually have to put them exactly right here, because it will be a little bit better if you put them more in the middle than actually closer to the wall, but for the later levels this is just going to make it a little bit easier on me. You're going to want to start this up. I skipped ahead so that I could pick up some of the mana, and you can see why I'm doing this. Now I'm placing the bouncing blockers closer to the middle, and then I'm going to sell this one to make sure that there's less of a gap in between each of these. And I finish off by making it a full circle except for the back area, because nothing spawns on the back area. Everything that spawns in Raining Goblins is a melee type, and that's why I'm only using bouncing blockers. If there was any ranged, I'd probably have to fill in with a harpoon tower or something. So at the end it's going to look something like this. It's going to be a circle of bouncing blockers. You're going to have, I don't know, anywhere from 5 to 10 DU left over, sometimes a little bit more than that. Yeah, I just checked right there and noticed that I was missing my chess piece. So now, right now, it's just a repairing and upgrading game. You pretty much just sit through and watch as the goblins come in and repair. I'm probably going to thinking about skipping to the next round just to show you guys what the last round feels like. Now with the gear, that since I was missing my chess piece, I did have to repair. When I did this with my chess piece, I actually didn't have to repair at all. I upgraded them all one level and I was done. This one I upgraded them to the level right before the stars. And overall, again, this is probably the easiest challenge you can do. If you don't have a squire, I do have a leveling guide. You can get a squire in about an hour to an hour and a half to level 0 to level 74. Didn't take me very long. And if you need armor with your squire and you already have a tower set, you can always just move it over. If you don't have a tower set, I will be having an armor guide, how to get good armor very quickly, and you can follow that guide. And this will be the last round that I'm doing. You can see they are taking a little bit of damage. I had an issue right here. One of them bounced in. If you've got everything tight in a good semicircle, this actually won't happen. I'm not sure why it happened this time. Out of the few times that I've done this, I've never had that happen. But yeah, just make sure that you're repairing everything, and this is pretty much the easiest challenge. Stay tuned for my other guides. I'm going to have a guide for every challenge on there. I'm going to explain which classes you need for it. I can tell you right now you can do 99% of them with just the squire, but some of them you will need a DPS class. Thank you for watching the Raining Goblins Challenge guide. Please subscribe for some more guides and maybe some free DLC. You never know.